We're live.
Hello, hello. Oh, I don't know what our entrance should be today. Wow. It's Friday night.
What's up, guys?
We're here to tell ghost stories and stuff.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Jim. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, hello.
Who are we missing? We're missing, oh, shit, that's some scary music. I'm always a couple minutes late at least.
All right, can't do more than 30 seconds of it, but there you go, guys. Happy Friday the 13th.
I sent J-Love the link. J-Love's always late, too.
Yeah, I also sent it to Emily.
Her and Emily will be here when they get here. They're slow. Both of them are slow.
Well, Emily is just getting
And
in
Link
from
isn't
work.
here yet. Link's usually here.
Oh, you want the Halloween thing? Hold on. I can't play too much of it because they're copyrighted. You can't play more than 30 seconds of it. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, you got the Halloween theme?
Yeah, I'll get it. Here we go.
Who's got an accent, Christy? Did CJ have accents? I'm scared.
Alrighty. That's all we can
It's
do.
14 for all the East Coasters. And all of you guys are East Coasters except for me.
We actually won't have J-Love tonight. She just messaged me that
Yes, I know.
she lost a
I'm a
family
Southern
member.
girl.
She what?
She lost a family member, so she won't be in tonight.
Who?
Yeah.
I hope
J-Love.
it's not her,
Oh, no.
I hope it's not her hubby's grandma.
I hope not too. But just say a little prayer and send prayers to her family if you pray. So.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Janus. How do you say your name?
Janice, that's what I always call her.
Okay.
And Shannon's on her other account now.
Hi, darkness. That's Shannon, right? Yeah.
No, not J-Lo, J-Love. We all got scary pictures as our picks for tonight.
Yeah.
Well, almost all of us. Mine's just a scary saying.
I guess we could call her J-Love. So, who wants to tell a scary story?
Who wants to start? I mean, I can start with one of the paranormal ones that me and my husband have.
Is it a true one or just a story?
This is actually something that happened.
Oh,
yeah, to me. Yeah, to me and my husband. We were living right before we had moved. We were living down in a house together, and this was just when we were dating. And when we had started dating, we were sitting on the couch the one time, and we were watching a movie together. And all of a sudden, we both at the same time hear like little whispering, like it's somebody standing outside our window. And the whole house is dark because we're watching a movie, like movie theater style. So we hear these little whispers, and then we hear like somebody's in our back room, one of our back rooms. So my husband went and got his gun, and he wanted to make sure that like nobody had tried to break in one of the back bedrooms. So he went out the front door and around to check, walked the entire perimeter of the house, leaving me on the couch scared. And then it sounded like somebody was walking in our attic, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And when he came back in, he heard it too. And he, he checked everything he could check, and he's like, I don't know what it is. And then we heard the whispering again.
Hi, Deb.
Didn't think anything of it. Then I started getting bruises on my ankles, like hand marks on my ankles. I had gotten a full handprint on my arm. Our dog would lay at my feet and stare at the bedroom door. The one time I was cooking, I was sitting there cooking, and the pantry doors, I remember closing them, and I walked over to the stove and I started doing something, and I turned around to say something to Michael, who was in the living room, and the pantry doors were open again. And I was like, I know I shut them. So I went back over and I shut them again and went back to cooking. And then I heard them slowly opening again. And I was like, Michael, without turning around, I was like, Michael, stop that. You're not funny. Because at this point, I truly believed that the house was haunted. And he's like, what? And I was like, you're still in the living room. Why are the pantry? I keep shutting these pantry doors and they keep opening. And so I shut them one more time, and I went back over to the stove, and all of a sudden they flew right back open, and I was like, Michael, you need to come sit in this kitchen while I cook this meat, because I was so scared. I had, the last incident was actually when we were moving out, and when we were moving out, it was me and my sister, and we were cleaning all the baseboards and everything like that, because we had rented the house, so we had to clean everything, and we're scrubbing real good, and the freezer door on the refrigerator was never really tight, but I was walking out to the garage, and as I walked back in, the freezer door flew open and like hit me like right in the head, and I was like, ow. And like I went to hold my head, and with the other hand I went to shut the door of the freezer. When I went to walk away, it was like somebody was holding me there. Like I literally could not move. I was pulling my hand. I screamed for my sister. She came running out. She was like, what's the matter? And like instantly you could see the entire handprint like in my arm, like where the fingers were, where the hand was grasping me, everything. And I was like, I'm done with this place. We need to leave. Like we need to get out of here. And when we went and talked to a friend who, she's Wiccan and everything like that. She did some things with Michael that, and talked to him and found out that there was actually there's a spirit that was attached to him that was protecting him from me because he was hers. And so we had to do some sort of ritual to make it so that she would separate from him and everything like that. And believe it or not, it actually worked, because in our new house, we don't have anything. We don't have any of those issues at all, which is amazing. But yeah, definitely had some paranormal activity up in that house. It was pretty scary waking up with handprints all over you.
Yeah, that would be scary.
Yeah. So. You have one, Christy?
I looking up some different ones that I'm not sure.
Okay. Diamond Deb said I had a great ghost in my old house.
Was the ghost your buddy?
We used to turn lights on and off when we asked.
Oh my God, that would scare the fuck out of me.
She should come on and talk about it.
That clown is me, Jim, in my picture. That's the makeup that I do.
I would be scared. I would be like, I can't come over no more. Sorry.
Yeah, right? My husband had another one that was pretty scary too. He had a toy remote. He collects police cars from different states and stuff like that. And he had a toy one that was a remote control one, and it has lights and sirens and everything like that. And this one's creepy, but it has lights and sirens and everything, and it was sitting on he had them all displayed on a table over by the window. And we were sitting there one day. It was a bunch of us all in the living room. Out of nowhere, the sirens go on, and it's making all this noise, and it drives off the table onto the floor, flips over, and is like still going off and making the sounds and stuff like that. And so we started looking for the controller, because we were like, where's the controller? And he went over and picked it up, and he's like, it's not even on. So he took the batteries out and put it back down. Then a few days later, he had come home from work before me, and he calls me and goes, are you trying to be funny? And I said, what do you mean? He's like, the police car's in the middle of the living room. And I was like, what police car? He's like, the one that moves, that I took the batteries out. I was like, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, why would I didn't touch it. Maybe one of the guys did, because we had roommates. So put it back on the table, didn't think anything of it. Again, I come home, it's in the middle of the floor. So we asked our roommates, are you touching this or whatever? And he was like, no. So we were getting ready to move. Same time, I said, we're not taking this with us, put it in the trash. So he put it in the trash. I was like, I'm not taking this with us. We got to our new house, and he went to unpack all his police cars, and there was the damn police car. I was like, take this outside and burn it with fire. I was like, this is not coming anywhere near me anymore. Like, so he took it outside and he crunched it all up, and we haven't seen it since, thank God. But that thing had something attached to it, because it would turn itself on and drive. And what was the saying that it said, Michael?
It was like, pull over, put your hands up.
Yeah, it was like, pull over, put your hands up. Wee, 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 wee. So, like, to hear that, it was just very, like, creepy. So it was very ominous, too, the night that it happened, because we were all laughing. It was like when the laughter died down, here goes this thing, and it's like, pull over, put your hands up. Wee, 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 and drives off the table. I was like,
I would have gave it away.
I'm not trying to wish that on nobody else. I don't want it coming back to my doorstep. I threw it out. He's had more paranormal experiences than I ever could. Like, I had them when I was younger and stuff, but he had a bunch of them when he was older, for sure.
Shannon said she went for a walk and got to the end of the crossroad, and I've seen a 1950s car. We do not see a lot of old cars in our area. I see the car driving normally. The car was at the end of the road, drove
Yellow.
in the air. And
hey, Emily.
What up?
She was telling Shannon's paranormal story.
Hi, Emily.
What up?
Now, I know you don't believe in paranormal, so don't go ruin it for people.
I'm not.
Missy. I got you. My husband's actually going to come in and tell some of his own paranormal experiences, because I just have the stories he's told me.
Hi, Jim,
So.
Shannon, and Deb, and I think Christy. Is that Christy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, and Angel, and my wife.
Well,
Christ.
the place I used to live at the beach, my ex-boyfriend had a little mobile home together. It was on about 1.5 acres of land. It was set on a little pond out in the rural areas where there was a lot of farmland and such. And we were wondering why we got such a good deal on it. It was like a little double wide in the Myrtle Beach area for, $55,000, which is unheard of. And so we went ahead and jumped on it and got it. And we had moved in, and I started noticing like weird things here and there. And it's just like little things you just kind of pick up as, well, maybe I forgot. Maybe I put it there and forgot, or, just like little things like that. Like you put something down and turn around and be gone. And things started progressing more and more. started having strange feelings in different parts of the house, and I started seeing lights like in the dark, where lights would just like orbs would appear without cameras and stuff. And I've dealt with having things like that around me before, so it didn't really spook me, and my ex didn't really believe in it. And it started going on and on. Eventually, what was there started letting me know what she was. And every time I would notice she was there, I would hear crying. She was crying every time. I was like, what is this? Why is this being so upset? And I got to asking the neighbors about the house. I'm like, how long had the mobile home been there? And they're like, well, there was another mobile home on that land before the one you're in right now was there. And the other one was taken away, and they parked this one on the land. So your home hasn't been lived in before. It was put here, but the other one was lived in by a young man or a young woman and her 2 kids. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, was there a reason they got rid of the other home? Did the family move out? And they're like, no, honey, the husband's in jail. The 2 kids are with her family, and she's dead. And I'm like, well, did she like get sick and die? They're like, no. Do you remember reading the story about the young woman that was found in the ditch about 10 minutes from here? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're on their land.
No.
And the husband shot the wife, drug her out of the house, put her in the car, drove down the road, not even 10 miles from the house, and threw her body in the ditch.
Whoa.
That's
Oh, shit.
crazy.
Went back home, and what was in the home was her.
Hi, Link.
I would not have been able to live there.
I
Would not be able to live there.
It was really hard because I knew what she wanted. She wanted, she wanted closure. She wanted conviction, but we couldn't give it to her because there was no way to get to him. There was no way to let her know that he was in jail, and there was no way to let her know her kids were okay. So it was just like we would have night after night of, you could hear her crying, you could see her showing up. I mean, I would literally have friends come over that I wouldn't mention anything to them. They're like, I don't want them to think I'm crazy, I wouldn't mention anything to them. They'd wake up the next morning and not stay back at my house anymore. And I literally had one friend goes, do you know you have a ghost? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, what do you think? It's like, so hang on. Come in.
It's always crazy when you know you have a ghost and someone else picks up on it. It just kind of makes it a little more solidified, I guess, or validated, and it freaks you out a little bit more.
Yo, I have a scary story.
Oh, hang on. Deb said the only thing to ever scare her was when she was little, and I called this thing the Pizza Man. It was an Italian chef who held wooden spoons, and I was helping my mom wash dishes, and it turned its head and looked at me. My dad put it outside until I went to sleep, and it was gone. It turned up 7 years later in the loft of our new house. I made my dad smash it up. I would smash
I know exactly what statue you're talking about, and where they're sold and stuff like that. Those little men with the Italian spoons and the mustache, they're creepy. They've always creeped me out. And my mom has a cookie jar of one, and it creeps me out. It creeps me out every time I see it. I don't know why. It's always creeped me out.
There's this one town, I don't remember where the fuck it is, but it's in Italy. And they have this superstition in this one specific town. It's super weird. It's like a small little town. They're like 40 years behind the rest of the world, and they have this weird superstition about big noses. Like, big noses is really good luck. So they have all these freaky statues and sculptures. They're like paintings, but they're 3D. and they're like masks that hang on the wall, but they're a full face, and they have like massive fucking noses. And they were just the freakiest looking things that I've ever seen. And it's been almost 3.5 years since I've seen them, and they still stare into my soul. I can still remember them.
I'm sure.
Like, big nose, good luck. Like, I should ask my dad about that. Maybe he remembers, like, where that was. Because, like, that just really tripped me the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to jump in with mine now. So, my dances with the paranormal started when I was living in Kentucky. After high school, I graduated high school, and I moved in with my mom's sister in Kentucky. We were originally from Pittsburgh, and I went to school down there, and they were hoity-toity rich, and they'd always go on vacations and stuff, and I'd stay at the house and house sit for them. And it was a newer construction house, but it was a farm that they had subdivided out. And the first time it had happened that I noticed anything, we went out to dinner, we came home, there was no power because there was a big thunderstorm. And me and my uncle were sitting on the back patio and we're drinking, and they had a hot tub on the back patio. But the way the patio was built, it kind of followed the terrain. So where the hot tub sat, it was like 4 feet off the ground, and there's no power, and the lightning's still flashing and everything. And the lightning flashed real bright, and there was a person standing in the hot tub, but not like they were where the ground would be, so the hot tub came up to like their shoulder, and it looked like an old-time farmer. He was bald and had a dark beard, and he had one of those lace-up shirts where like the little V-neck part has like a lace to it. And it was a gray shirt on. He was just standing there looking at us. Next lightning flash, he wasn't there anymore. And I was like, you know, I was going for engineering and stuff. I was taking all these science classes. I was like, oh, it was just light play or something. It's nothing major. Fast forward a couple weeks, I'm staying there. They're on vacation. And I stayed. They had a whole suite above the garage. It was like a fully furnished apartment attached to the house. So I stayed there, and it had a big bay window. And I was laying in bed watching TV, and I get this feeling like something bad's going to happen. I couldn't put a finger on it. Now, usually, at the time, I was staying up till 2, 3 in the morning. I'd fall asleep, wake up at noon, go about my day. And it's like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and I get this feeling, and I'm like, it came out of nowhere. I had no idea what was going on. And then I see through the bay window, floating, 2 stories up, it was 3 pyramids of light. It was about a foot tall, and they were stacked on top of each other. They came in through the window, and they were 3-dimensional because they went in front of something, a fake palm tree. They went in front of the palm tree, went behind a chair, came in front of the TV. They stopped in front of the TV. I reached down, grabbed the remote, turned the remote off, and fell asleep. And super weird. Woke up the next morning, like, what the hell happened? Like, it was instant. As soon as it was in front of the TV, I just grabbed the remote, turned it off, and was asleep. Fast forward several months. I was dating this girl. Again, they were out of town. She came over, and they had this huge kitchen that had all the walls were glass. And out in the yard, I see this red orb floating across the yard out into the woods. And I was like, fuck it, we're leaving. I'm not dealing with this. So another storm rolls through a couple weeks later. They're still on vacation off in Europe or somewhere. I go out to the house, looking through, making sure everything's fine. And in that meantime, they had a furnished basement. They had pulled the carpet out and put tile down. So I'm in the house, checking everything out. And I hear, it sounds like high heels walking in the basement towards the stairs to come up. Fucking I'm out and left. I actually called the police and was like, hey, I'm out. Found out we don't have power. You know, I'm supposed to be checking this house, but I can't get out there. Can you do a drive by the house, make sure everything's all right? They said, yeah. They called me by, like, hey, everything's fine with the house. You know, there's a tree down on a power line by there, but it's not on your property. Everything's fine. So I get my roommate. We go back over there the next day. Every single door is locked. There's no broken windows, nothing out of place. Have no idea where these high-heeled footsteps came from.
Ew, creepy.
So me and my aunt have a falling out. I move in with my girlfriend at the time. Her and her parents lived in this house that was her dad's aunt and uncle's house. They had both died in the house. Old age, nothing, you know, untold happened to them. Well, the one day I'm sleeping on the couch, and they had hardwood floors. It was an older house. And I wake up because I hear someone talking to me. So I wake up. I can't make out what's being said, but someone's still talking to me. And I realize there's nobody in the room but someone standing next to me talking to me. I could sense them there, and it was a woman. And I'm like, and I freak out, and I'm just like, go away, go away, go away, go away. Fall back, and I fall asleep instantly. I wake back up because I got pushed, like someone like shook me awake, and I hear this man's voice go, I'm sorry about my wife. And then I hear footsteps walk from right next to me across the living room back into the kitchen. The light's on in the kitchen. I could see nobody's there. So I didn't tell anyone for a couple of days, and I asked her, I was like, hey, do you ever anything weird happen in the house? And she goes, oh, did you hear footsteps out in the living room? And I was like, well, more than that. Like, they talked to me. And she goes, oh, yeah, that happens sometimes. So.
The fuck?
Jim Beam said that it's your ex and she's stalking.
Probably. So then, a couple months later, I moved back to Pittsburgh, joined the Navy, did all that whole thing. We were in we went to Haiti for the earthquake. We went to Haiti for the earthquake. Had a lot of weird shit happen. We'd be out at night on the boat. We'd pull up close to shore, and there'd be nothing there but junk. Like wailing and crying, and like it sounded like praying, but I don't speak Creole or French, so I had no idea what was being said, but you could just barely hear it. And we'd turn our spotlight on, there would be nobody on shore. And then you'd hear it start back up again, and we'd be like, all right, fuck this, we'd go somewhere else and patrol. Then I went with one hospital ship. We went down to South America, and now mind you, the hospital have died on it. One night I'm up late doing work on the computer. I have earbuds in. It's like 3 in the morning. No one else is up. I hear someone call my last name. So I take the earbuds out. I'm like, hello, you know, who's there? Didn't hear anything. As I'm going to put my earbud back in, I hear in the bathroom one of the stall doors slam. And the only way into that bathroom, and I'm the only one in there because obviously I just called out, you know, who called my name. So I said, it's fucking time for me to go to bed. Went to bed. When we came back from deployment, I moved into this, like 3 weeks being there, we had, it was a Friday, we had a uniform inspection, so in our dress uniforms. Early, I went back, took my dress uniform off, put it back on the hanger. French doors had opened up into the living room. It was a slum apartment, but they tried to church it up a little bit. So I had my dress uniform up on the French door. It's up there for 3-4 hours. I'm watching TV. And then it didn't just fall. It got swatted off the door. Went like 4 or 5 feet out in the room and fell down. It didn't just fall off the door. It flew across the room. It was so surprising. Like, I just yelled. I was like, hey, we don't do that. I was like, you don't touch my shit. No, there's no one in the apartment. The neighbors upstairs must have thought I was crazy. Don't think anything about it. A couple days go by. I'm sitting there watching TV again. And it was a 1.5 bedroom. And I say half bedroom because you could have put a futon or something in the second bedroom, and it had a closet, but there's no way you could put anything else in there. And I had my computer, and it was like my storage room. I could hear shit moving around in there. So I go, I open the door, nothing's going on. Close the door. Back on the couch. The door opens. The doorknob turns and the door opens. So I freak out, and I'm like, hey, if we're going to be living in this apartment together, we're laying down ground rules right now. I was like, don't touch my shit. If you stay in that room, the door closes. Well, I'm like yelling at this. So I'm like, all right, cool. It understands we got a working relationship now. So later, my mom calls me at like 4 in the morning. She's like, why are you calling me? I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, cell phone. When I'd answer, you'd hang up, call the house phone, hang up, and just keep, it went on for like 20 minutes. Is something wrong? Are you okay? I'm like, I've been sleeping. I have no idea what you're talking about. She goes, did you roll over on your cell phone or something? I was like, no, it's sitting on my dresser. She's like, well, it's really weird. Just, I just want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. For a week, this goes on. She calls me every day at like 3, 4 in the morning. Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. She's like, turn your phone off at night so this doesn't happen. I'm like, well, I'm using it for an alarm, whatever. So that Friday rolls around, and I had the taptic noise on my phone, and I had a pattern you had to draw. So anytime you try to draw the pattern, it would click. So I hear the clicking on my phone, and I get up, I go over, and you could see someone's trying to draw the pattern on my phone. Just over and over and over again.
That I'm out.
And then my mom calls me and goes, why are you still calling me? I thought I told you to turn your phone off. I'm like, I'm sitting here looking at my phone. I have no outgoing calls to you. In my call log, my phone has not called you. She goes, the caller ID says it's your phone number. It's calling the house. And I have calls on my phone. I was like, well, to tell you the truth, I was awake. I was looking at the phone, and I could see the pattern was getting drawn on my phone. And she goes, well, something weird's going on there. She was freaking out a little bit. I was like, it's not too bad. Next day, I come back with lunch. I'm like, I'm going to go play on the computer in the side bedroom that I told this thing it could have. Play on the computer, eat fast food. I think it was Burger King or something. Left all my trash in there. Went to go do something. And I opened the door, and it hit something. So I opened the door all the way. Front door. There's a scrub brush in the middle of the door, or middle of the floor. So like when I opened the door, it would hit the scrub brush. And at the time, I didn't own a scrub brush. No idea where the scrub brush came from. But then it clicked. I was like, oh, I left all my trash in there. So I go pick it up, put it away. One of my buddies around this time, he kind of moves in. He started crashing on the couch. I'd wake up to him screaming every night. He'd have night terrors. And I wake him up, I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, nothing. There was someone in here. We were fighting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I was awake. Something grabbed me, and I was fighting with it. Every night he was having these night terrors. One night he was out on underway, and I was sitting there, and on the French doors I put curtains, because I was like, I don't want to, if shit's going on in the apartment, I don't want to see it. So I put curtains on. I hear the doorknob to that other bedroom turning. I hear the door open, the door close. So I grab my pistol, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, because it was a ground level apartment, I'm like, you picked the wrong apartment to break into. So I'm waiting for footsteps. I can't hear them, but outside, they shine through, and that's the other reason I had the curtains up. So through the curtains, I could see more or less. I don't see any shadows or anything, so I'm just sitting there with the gun pointed at the door, just waiting for a shadow to come past. It gets frigid cold. I could see my breath. The curtains start breathing, like they'd move into my bedroom, back to the door. Next day, I go online and I Google like ghost hunters or whatever, like who in the area does this. Old Dominion University had one of their engineering labs or something did it. I called. I'm like, you need to come out to my apartment, figure out what the hell's going on. So they come out. They do have all their equipment up and everything. They have all these meters out on my coffee table, and they're just explaining what the different ones do. Down the line, it goes from 0, maxes out 1 meter. 0 maxes out the meter next to it. The whole way through every one of their meters, they're all measuring different things. It all maxes out, sets all these alarms off. Good 10 seconds is doing this 0, and nothing else happened that night. But they call me back and they're like, we got some EVP recordings, but we can't make out anything they're saying. You can't really hear anything. We don't know if it might be neighbors or something, so we're going to discount them. But if you want to hear them, you know, we can email them to you. Never got that email. They never called me back, so I was like, I'm moving as soon as possible. Around this time, my roommate bought me that police car Courtney was talking about. And he told me, the one night when he woke up and he was fighting with this person, that the police car was on making all this noise. So I make sure it's turned off. We actually took the batteries out of the remote so that it wouldn't do anything. Then I'm at the computer doing my thing, and I hear it. At this time it was on a bookshelf. It's driving and backing up into the bookshelf, into the side of it. Lights and sirens on, doing its thing. And as soon as I stand up and walk out there, it goes silent. Sit back down and starts doing it again. And I just scream, I'm like, stop it! And I hear it drive off the bookshelf onto the floor and roll over. Went and took the batteries out of it. Was like, not dealing with this. Put it back on the shelf. What happens the next night? No batteries in the controller, no batteries in the car. Does the same thing. I was like, fuck it. Called around. I was like, hey, are there any apartments for rent around here? Moved into a different apartment. And that's when I got Dog Princess. And that apartment is where she started the staring at the bedroom door. She would always sleep with me and she'd stare at the bedroom door. Then moved out there into the house, and I met Courtney, and then all that other stuff started there. And that brings us to present day. So, yeah, I've definitely had my fair share of experiences that are freaky, and
Sounds like
they
that.
all kind of they were geographic and for like a set time. Then when I moved, like it died down and then came back. So,
Like I said, it sounds like
I don't know
they're,
if it was something following me.
yeah, that's what it sounds like you draw them in.
Yeah, and I don't need to be doing that. They can stay where they're at doing their own thing.
It's
Emily,
not
did you have one?
Yeah, I do.
Let's hear yours.
It's I actually have a couple, I think. There's only one that's like, or maybe like one or two that is like actually ones that I'm not sure about. This is what gives me my 1% of believing still. Oh shit, did I go quiet?
No.
Okay, good, because sometimes I need to up my internet, man. That's what I need to do tomorrow, is go pay my fucking internet. But I need to make it a little bit faster, and I don't know, maybe I need to get a new router to increase the range. I don't know. I need to increase the range because I have like a long house. My house is like long, or my apartment. So, sometimes fuck. I'm trying to take my other boot off. Like, Jesus Christ. Yo, you know who I saw today on the way to work?
who?
Don't tell me.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
God. Yeah, she was she ran up to a truck and she was like screaming, like she was just yelling about something. And then one thing I heard her say, she screamed, she's like, I don't even, it was something about like picking up guys on the street.
Oh goodness.
She was giving out her hooking secrets. I was just like, yo, what the fuck? She's like, I don't even, I don't even need to like ask. I know when they approach me. And I was just like, holy fuck. Like, she ran
Well,
up to
she
the
lost
front.
all her professionalism points.
Yeah.
Jim, you're not funny. We have only had one paranormal experience in the house that we're in now, and I know who it is. It's the lady who owned the house prior to us, and she stays in the basement. She's very cool because that's where all the stuff that was left that was hers. I wouldn't take it out of the house. Like when they sold us the house, they left little like knickknacks. One of them's on the this post in the basement. It just says I hate Mondays and it has a little turtle on it. So I left that there, and there was a rug in the basement, and there was a bells on the door down in the basement that I guess she used as her alarm. I don't know. Somebody breaking in, like she could hear the bells. And I had a rocking chair that my grandmother had given me, and some of the spokes were broken, and my husband was going to fix it. And the one day I was in there down the basement, and I looked over, and it looked like there was somebody sitting in the chair. By the way the sun was hitting it, I guess, is what I took in my mind. I was like, it's just the way the sun's hitting it, because I hate basements. So I was like, just the way the sun's hitting it, it's nothing. And I come upstairs, and then a few days later, my husband comes upstairs like stark white. I'm sorry, that's why everybody's calling you CJ's husband. Michael comes upstairs, and and he's
True.
like stark, yeah, right? He's like stark white, and I'm like, what's the matter? And he's like, I just came in, because he was working on his car outside. He's like, I just came in, and the rocking chair was moving by itself. And I was like, you didn't like hit the door? Maybe it was the wind. He's like, no, Courtney, it's over in the corner. Like, there's nothing around it that could make it move. I was like, it's probably her. Like, that's her stuff down there, so it's probably her. Like, don't worry about it. However, he was like, F that. There's not going to be any ghosts in my basement. So I came downstairs the next time to get something out of the deep freezer, and there sits my grandmother's rocking chair in pieces. He never put it back together. Still hasn't. Because he's like, she's not rocking in my basement.
Dude, that actually freaks me out because I'm looking right now at my grandmother's rocking chair.
Oh, man.
She's
If
still
you
alive,
move
though.
her stuff upstairs, then you would have somebody to talk to in the day.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
Jim knows she shouldn't burn her stuff. That could anger her. Just letting her have her
No.
own place is enough.
Believe it or not, like this house was hers. Like this woman worked for like 30 some years. We had found her obituary. She worked 30 some years in the infectious disease part of the hospital as a nurse. She lived alone. She had no other family. She left the house to a nephew.
She had a
Like,
gentleman caller.
she did have a gentleman caller, but she didn't have much to, like, that's what it said in her obituary. She had a long time gentleman friend.
Aw.
But like even the house, like everything was pink. Like everything.
Damn. Independent
Like,
woman.
yeah, like the sink was pink, like everything, the mauve carpets that I had when I first, don't even get me started on how pink this house was, and I hate the color pink. So I have already destroyed the upstairs of her house and taking all of the pink out. So I'll give her the basement. Like, she worked hard for that house. She built it. Was the first and only owner. So like there's like in the basement there's a little turtle thing that says I hate Mondays, like I said, and then out in her garden, which hearing from the people that I live around, they said that the garden was actually her biggest thing, and she got upset in the later years of her life because she couldn't take care of it as much. So I plant flowers every spring to make sure that there's flowers out front and pretty for her. And she has a rose bush that I make sure grows every year. We put rose food down for it and stuff. But she had a little turtle statue in her garden that I left there. So it will always be her house. I have it in my head that it'll always be her house. As long as you don't, I have a feeling like if you don't mess with ghosts that are nice, they will stay nice.
What are you going to do when you sell her? You're going to tell them that the ghost comes with the house?
No, I am going to tell them, however, because for the first 2 years they're renting, I'm going to ask them to keep the turtle in the garden. Just so that's always hers.
What about her stuff in the basement? Are you going to take it with you?
If they take it, they take it down. The I Hate Mondays I might take with me, because it's really, what's really weird is turtles are one of my favorite things, and I even have a turtle. I have a turtle tattoo on my foot for my niece, because when she was first born, I'm her godmother. When she was first born, she with her neck would like push her neck up like a turtle, and if you've ever seen Master of Disguise, where he goes, "Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club?"
Holy
and he like
shit!
does that thing with his
CJ.
neck.
Nobody knows that fucking movie except for you.
Yes. But yeah, so when she was born, that's like kind of what she looked like, and I've always called her my little turtle till this day. So I might
What
bring
movie
it.
is it?
Master of Disguise with Dana Carvey. I am the Master of Disguise. And he like.
Yeah, nobody's seen it except you.
Yeah, holy shit, CJ. Me and my
That's why you're
sister
my
used
wife.
to be like obsessed with that. Yeah, what the fuck, man? That is trippy. Yo, okay, so I got my first story.
Aw. Shannon loves turtles too.
Oh yeah? I can barely
Yeah.
see the fucking thing.
You're like my husband with your damn contacts. Stop putting them back in your eyeballs.
No, they're in there, but they're on their last leg. Like, I can't believe that these ones I was even able to get a full week out of them because they were all fucked.
Link remembers the preview of Master of Disguise.
Yeah. It's a Canadian thing with that movie. It's kind of true.
Dana Carvey's a Canadian hero.
Yeah.
It's funny.
There.
Yo, my first story is not really that scary, but the next story is a lot more scary. Okay, so when I was living back in my parents' house when I was like a teenager or whatever, I had this like what is it called? A wall unit? Do you know what a wall unit is?
Yeah. You're talking about an air conditioner.
What?
An air conditioner, right? Like a wall unit air conditioner?
No.
A shelving system.
It's like
yeah. Okay, a wall unit.
There was like it looked like a cupboard with a glass door, and then there was one with a wood door, and then there was a TV stand that went in the middle, and they all matched, and it was made out of expensive wood, and I still have it. But,
okay.
Either way, I always had it since I was like a little kid. And so I would change it up, you know, like I would get some like cool souvenirs from like whatever place I would go to, or like if any of my friends brought back cool things, you know, I would set them up. And then I had like a little beach set up, and I had these little Easter Island heads. You know what those are?
I do.
Yeah. You know those big heads that are there? Yeah. So I had little replicas of that, like oh shit, you guys don't have chapters. Do you have, at Barnes and Noble, do they have like near the checkout, like all these like little $5 and $10 things that you can get, and they're like, trinkets and shit. So that's where I got them from. Chapters is basically Barnes and Noble in Canada. So I got them there, and I set them up with my little beach, and then I would come home. I don't know if I've told this story to you, CJ, but because I feel like I've told it out loud.
Probably.
But anyway, so I would always come home, and I would be like, okay, it looks kind of like that one moved a little bit, you know what I mean? Like it kind of turned it, like, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I just I moved it back, and I just kind of started to watch them, right? And I noticed that, like, I could notice that it was turning because, like, all the other ones were still straight, right? And I was like, what the fuck? So I would put it back, and it would turn a little bit more, and then sometimes I wouldn't. Once I would notice it, wouldn't do anything, and so I would wait to see if it would turn completely or something like that, right? So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm just like totally convinced that there's like a ghost in my room moving these fucking things, right? And then one day I'm just chilling in my room, and you know, sometimes I would even like stare at the fucking things for like 20 minutes and see if they would like move, and they never would, right? So I'm just chilling in my room, and I'm like on my laptop on my bed, so I'm not really looking out there, and my mom just like casually comes in the room and she turns the thing and she doesn't even realize that I'm there. She thinks that like it's just an absent-minded thing for her to do, is to just come in there and turn it slightly to try and freak me out. So that's the first story. It's not scary, it's kind of funny. But the second story is the one that I'm just like, okay, this is pretty weird. So, I'm pretty sure everybody here knows that my mom passed away like last summer, and I never like believed in like, I was always like, no, like ghosts aren't a thing, like they're not real, but she always kind of believed in them. And then I was just kind of like, yo, like I really want some kind of paranormal experience to happen so that I can believe in ghosts. It's not like I'm against believing in them. I've just never had anything happen to me that actually turned out to be real. And it was always like something that someone's fucking with me, and I always found it out. So
Right.
I was just like, yo, like, will something paranormal happen? So this one time I was, you know how on Google there's like autocomplete, like if you can go and if you're signing up for like an email or an account on somewhere, it'll automatically put in the addresses that you've typed before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the only account that I had at this time was my school account, and I knew that I had used that account on my phone, I'd used it on the computer, whatever. So I was going to fill in like a sign up form one day, and I opened up the autocomplete and I noticed that like there's my current address, there's my old address that I like, my parents' house address, and then there was in my first apartment that I had by myself in there, right? And I noticed, okay, that makes sense, like I guess I didn't order anything to my second apartment. It's kind of weird that that's not in there, but whatever. And then the next time that I noticed, I used it, and I went in there, and there was the address of the house that my parents built together. And it was
Oh,
like
wow.
I knew what the street name was, and I knew like where, like I kind of know the city in it, but I don't know what the official city that would come up on Google. But I knew I didn't know the house number, and I knew I didn't know the postal code, and I had never asked for that.
Wow.
So I was just like, okay, nobody knows my password to my Google thing, except for the only person who knew it was my mom, because she would go in and check my grades. So I was just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, I'm still not 100% on that one. I still don't know where that fucking came from. Because I'm like, I have so many different Google accounts now, so like, and that one is kind of like deactivated currently, so I don't even know if it would work if I could go
Right.
in there and check if it's still there. But yeah, that freaked me the fuck out.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah. And then this isn't just one that happens like all the time. It's still something that happens. So I guess people probably ask me, why the hell don't you believe in ghosts? But I just, because I feel like it's still a coincidence. But I smell cocoa butter all the time. Randomly, I'll get a whiff of it.
Didn't you say your mom
And
wears that? Used to wear it all the time?
yeah, she used to, especially when like that's what she would use after, like she would take a shower basically
Yeah.
to moisturize after. So, I mean, I
Wow.
don't I don't do that. So,
Maybe she's just hanging around you.
yeah, I know. I mean, that would be pretty cool, because like I don't know, me and my sister have had like conversations, because I mean, I have my older sister too, but she has a different mom, so it's just me and my younger sister who can really like relate to this shit. But she like, I feel like me and her are like, if you would take my mom and like divide her into two different people,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're that, and it's like really weird. I don't know. Me and my sister are like a lot more close now, which I like.
That's
Like
awesome.
we actually like hung out on what was it, Sunday night after dinner, Thanksgiving
Right.
dinner. We went to
Yeah.
my mom's best friend's house. She's known, or she knew her for, I think, the longest out of
Mhm.
all of her friends with kids, and their kids are like the same age as me and my sister. So we hung out and we played Cards Against Humanity, and it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't
Angel,
know.
Angel.
I'm
Shannon
Right,
said,
Janice? What?
I'm not.
yes, good
Yeah, I
night.
can't even read it, man.
Yeah, Shannon had said that her area is haunted, and then Angel was like, maybe it's a Pennsylvania thing. Um, well, we are near the same place as Shannon, as she had said, and I know at the house that we live out now, like we'll take the dogs out real late at night, and it could be like 2, 3 in the morning, and it's quiet, and you'll hear nothing, and then all of a sudden in the background you'll hear like an Indian chant, like drums and everything, like the Indian whistle, and then you'd hear that, and it's somewhat creepy. And shopping for this house was even creepier, but I'll let Michael tell you that story
I
because
would
he's the
go.
one that went in.
I would not live if it was.
Yeah,
Yo, what's ICC? I'm trying to catch up on
That's
the chat.
Ice Cube Canadian.
yeah, we went house shopping, and it was quite.
He comes in every now and then.
Oh.
So the one house we looked at, it was real homes in this older city, Sunbury, and we pull up with the real estate agent in front of the house, and on the next door porch, there's this old lady, and she's sitting on like a patio chair, and she looks straight up dead. She's just like limp, just her chin's on her chest. She's just sitting there, and
She creeped me out.
I go kind of jokingly, I go, "Oh, is she dead or something?" And we walk up to the house, go in, and she just creepily goes, "It's a lot different than it was before," and then just stares off into space. So we go in the house, and it's it was Flippers that had it, so like everything's updated in there, and we go upstairs, and there's like 5 bedrooms, and there's this one door, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" I open it, and it's an attic, and I'm like, "Oh, I wonder if the attic's finished." So I hear something banging in the attic, and I go up there. There's a bird. I don't know how it got in the house, but it's banging up against the window trying to get out. And any time I'd go near it, it would like attack at me. Fuck you. I'm not dealing with you. And I'm looking around the attic, and in creepy little kid drawing and handwriting all over the walls in crayon are like houses with people in front of it, and like they're with red crayon over top of it, and then in black it's like my family, and then there's like a black stick figure like real tall, and he's blacked out staring at the family, and then there's a hole in the wall. It's like punched in the wall, like fists punched in it, and it says bathroom and has arrows pointing at it. And I'm like, yeah, fuck this place, we're leaving.
Yeah, keep out with red crayon all over it and everything. As soon as he told me that, I was like, I'm out.
And then look in the basement to see if it has flooding in there. So we go down the basement, we're in the real estate agent.
Outside at this point.
Now the basement has all kinds of lighting, but the one corner of it is like the lights aren't getting into the darkness. And I just feel getting stared at from that darkness, and I'm like, yeah, this house is a no. I wonder if I come upstairs.
Oh my god, man. Dude,
Yeah, no,
my first fucking house that it was my first apartment that I had by myself, and I had basically the entire fucking house to myself for 4 months because I moved in there. I was the kid who did not go home or home, you know what I mean, back to my parents' house. After the first summer, I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing this again. So I moved in there, and it was like, it was a big 6-bedroom house plus my apartment, and the entire top floor, and it was completely empty for the entire summer, and it was like, Yeah, it was like super, super sketchy. Like, I mean, I was kind of over it after like a month, but oh my God, because it was my first apartment by myself, and I had kind of been like, forced into that because like I couldn't find another roommate last minute. So I was just like, okay, well,
Right.
I'd rather, be with, a house of people. I met the people, they seemed like they were chill. They were not. Um, they were fucking pricks. Oh my God. I wanted to murder dude, I almost got arrested dealing with
Oh
these fuckers.
God.
Yeah, because I threw scissors at him.
Okay.
I was, yeah, well, he
Note
can
to
fuck
self:
off.
never get in fight with wife. Got it.
Well, no, I'm not into that shit now. He was just like, do not fucking come into my apartment and piss off of my fucking fire escape and then fucking call me a bitch. Like, no, fuck you. Like, I was being nice the entire fucking night, and they were like drunk as fuck, and it was on like Halloween, and I had a really bomb ass haunted house, and they wanted to fucking see it. So, I mean, it was really bomb, dude. Like, I mean, we scared the shit out of people. Like, nobody fucking was expecting the scariness. Like, one of my friends was afraid to go in the bathroom. She, like, wouldn't go in there because, like, there was, um, a fake guy hanging in the shower, and I
Hmm.
put strobe lights underneath him.
Oh
So it looked
goodness.
like he was moving.
I don't do haunted houses. I don't do them at all. Michael is my witness. I am a big baby
That's
when it
so
comes to
funny.
haunted houses.
I don't really do haunted houses unless I make the haunted house.
Nope. I don't even think I'll make one. I don't know.
Dude, you
Maybe.
know what though? I couldn't do that now because you know what that was? That me building that fucking haunted house. I spent so much money and I that was the product of unmedicated bipolar disorder. So, yeah.
Makes
And
sense, I guess.
I'm still I still have that fucking pile of fucking shit that has moved from like 3 different apartments that I need to deal with it and I don't know what the fuck to do because I
Do
have
they
no
not have
interest.
yard sales in Canada?
Yeah, but
You
they
can't
do.
have yard sales while it's snowing.
Well, you can. But no, the problem is like this is how insane it is I got like everything that I got is pretty much like I made everything. Like I would stay up like all fucking night, and this was when I was in school too, and I would just like stay up all fucking night and building this haunted house like from stuff from the dollar store and just like garbage that I had. Like I literally used fucking hangers and like broken ass hangers and like a Pringles tube. I would use that to make the shoulders, and then I would
Dude,
use
people
like a
buy people's junk all the time.
yeah. Nobody's gonna buy that shit though, because it's like if it you kind of it's not really something you could just hang up. You kind of have to like finagle it because it's been in a bag for so long. So,
You have to have white trash people in Canada.
dude, do you know where I fucking live?
Ask Sticky Nikki if she needs it.
Dude, she doesn't have a dime though. So, I mean,
She has a dime, but not that kind of dime. Oh!
no, she's broke, man. I mean, dude, I can't. I don't know if it was her or if it was someone else, but I heard somebody on my walk home the other night leaning into a vehicle and saying like somebody said $20 or $30, and I'm like, oh my God. I was
Jim
like,
has a story in the chat. He said, when I was 14 years old, I was in Guyana, and my cousin told me a guy next door does voodoo, and he keeps the jubies, ghosts, in bottles. So I didn't believe it. So I would call him, making fun of him, so that same night I had a dream about him, and I told my cousin about it. And I kid you not, they said he's coming down the block. I saw him, and it was the same fucking man in my dream. He was hearing this. He was wearing the same hat and everything.
Yee!
That's crazy. That's crazy to like dream about somebody and then you see them. I hate when I have what is it? Like you have the feeling that you've been in this place.
Deja vu.
Like yeah, deja vu.
Yeah.
Like deja vu freaks me out when I'm like I've been here before and it happened the other night when I was going into the hospital to visit my mom. I've never been in that hospital before. When she was in before, we didn't get to come down to visit her.
Yeah.
I would never be, my sister was pushing me in a wheelchair. In the past, there would never be a reason for me to be in a wheelchair. And I had the biggest deja vu ever. And I was like, ugh,
Oh,
this is
that's
crazy.
so weird.
Yeah, this is so creepy. Did you find a story for us, Christy?
Oh, yeah, I got one.
Okay, let's hear it.
I was going to let you finish that first. Let me finish this review I'm doing real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine.
My Ipsy bag.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I don't do, going back to the I don't do haunted houses. The reason being is when I was a really young child, I think I told this before to you guys, is when I was a really young child, we were going through and I went with my sister and there was a guy with a chainsaw and he really scared me. And then there was a guy in a wolf mask and he kind of grabbed me and was trying to like pull me into the woods. And at the same time, like I'm looking at this guy with the chainsaw. I was like freaked out. This guy's pulling me into the woods. My sister got super freaked out. So she punched him in the face, grabbed me. We ran out of the haunted house, ran to the police officer right near there and was telling him what happened as the guy with the wolf mask is walking out with a bloody nose, like holding his face and everything like that.
The
But
fuck?
but at like 6 years old or 7 years old to like see that, it was
Yeah.
just so creepy. Like, and from that point on, when it came to scary things, I was just a really big baby. My husband and I went on a haunted hayride, and he thought it would be fun to keep throwing me at the actors as they had chainsaws very close to my face.
They don't have chains on them.
I
Oh
don't
my
care if
god.
they have chains on them or not. They're still scary.
Do you guys have
It's a two-stroke gas engine. I have it on my Weeble.
if do you guys have like okay, so we have a theme park, right? Like there's a big theme park that's like I don't know, like 2 hours away from where I'm at now. I don't know. It's like near Toronto. Anyway, Canada's Wonderland. So every year when they close down for like the end of the season, they are still open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights for like a scary theme, you know, like
Yeah.
it's called Halloween Haunt. It used to be called Fear Fest, which is a better name. But anyway, I went to that twice. And the first time I went to it, I went with one of my friends, and we didn't go on any rides. We only went in the haunted houses because there was like no lines, and so we were just like, oh my god, like let's take advantage of this. Like you can't see that, you know, every year, right? And it's a good thing we did because the next year I went and I only got to go in 2 haunted houses and 2 fucking rides in the whole fucking night. It's shitty, but holy fuck, man! Like those are intense haunted houses, and they'll have like I don't know, like 15 of them. Do you guys have like that kind of shit in your theme parks?
Yeah, theme parks over here all change over. They're not really that scary. There's places that like farms that turn into haunted
Oh yeah, that would be
parks.
good. Oh my god,
Yeah, there's a lot of them that
I would
start
still
as like a haunted hayride, and then they take
yeah.
you to like a corn maze that's haunted, and then they drop you
Yeah.
off at like the barn, and then that's where there's a haunted house. So there's like 3 attractions you can go to.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah, okay,
bunch of
yeah.
them around
Yeah,
here. There's one.
basically that's what Halloween Haunt is, but like on steroids. Like
Yeah, no,
there
this is some like fire and this shit is crazy. The things that they build. It's like
yeah. Well,
there's one that you have to sign a waiver
it's
before
funny.
you even go.
Yeah, I think that you have to like sign something before you even go in because like
Hmm.
there are it used to be a lot more intense, but now you know, it used to be like the people would run up on you, like all the characters, they would,
Hmm.
you know, they wouldn't touch you, but they would definitely run up on you or chase you, right?
Hmm.
And unless you weren't down, like then they, you know,
Yeah,
they could get in shit. But you're not going to go to that if you're not down, right? Anyway,
right.
so they don't really chase you anymore. They just be like they'll walk by and they go blah, and it's just like dude, fuck off. Like, I would want to work there if it wasn't, like, so inconvenient to get there, you know?
Yeah, no,
But,
they're still just as scary here. They still jump out. They'll touch you. Like the one that I'm talking about is actually, there's one that I know of it's called Bates Motel. It's actually back on a farm that is right behind it is a satanic church. So that one's super scary. There's one called Jason's Woods. That one was alright. It's not that scary. They do them in the jail down in Philly, the old
oh my
jail.
god.
Um,
That'd be
that
freaky.
one's kind of freaky. It's actually scarier to go to that tour, the museum tour, and go on death row with nobody in there scaring you. You can get this eerie feeling. It's really
Yeah.
gross. I used to have a membership to that museum when I lived in Philly. There's the psychiatric penitentiary that does there's a lot of places literally in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania
pretty much,
like
imagine
Centralia.
all those in one spot.
Yeah, you guys I'm sure have seen the Silent Hill movie, or even it's
I've tried.
based off
It's
the
boring.
video game or whatever. It's based
I've
off the
tried.
video game.
It's boring.
Yeah. Well, the town that they filmed that in is Centralia. That's right near where I live. That's a driving distance. So,
Yo.
and yeah, Michael's driven through it. It's creepy. He said there's like one stop sign and a house left, like because of the amount of it's still on fire. Like
Oh my
all
god.
these years, yeah, it's still on fire underneath and everything.
Jesus
like there's
Christ.
ash and stuff. It's crazy. So yeah, Pennsylvania is definitely one of the. I think there was like a book that was out, and it was like some of the most haunted states in America, and I think we were like number 7.
Oh.
So we're up
Jeez.
there for Pennsylvania.
Yo, speaking of Bates Motel,
Mhm.
I got a bone to pick with the creators of House right now, because Freddie Highmore is not a good actor. He's not a good actor. He really isn't. Thanks for ruining what could have been a really good show by putting that dude in it. Like, I'm not going to watch it probably now because I can't handle the way that he...
I will not touch an Ouija board. Sorry, they're talking about Ouija boards in the room.
Oh.
I would not touch an Ouija board.
You guys want us to get a Ouija board one night?
I did once and
play
nothing
it live?
happened.
No, we will
No.
not. You'll be doing it by yourself.
It would be Angel and the Ouija board.
The Ouija board.
You go right
It's
ahead.
Angel
With these kids.
and the Ouija board. That's you would be playing with it by yourself.
Yep.
Seriously, though, am I the only one with that opinion that he is not a good actor?
I actually think he's a good actor. I liked him on Bates Motel.
Well, see, that's the thing. So did I. But then when I see the previews for The Good Doctor, and he's literally the exact same character, I'm starting to think, okay, this is just who this guy is. He's just a quirky dude. You know? He's not... But it's just like, that's lame. Like,
Yeah, Jim Thorpe
gotten...
does have a very haunted courtyard. Sorry, Shannon was saying something.
Oh, I can't even fucking read it, man. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, but I gotta change my fucking lenses.
Molly McGuire's in the handprint on the wall.
Wait, what was that?
And Jim Thorpe, PA, is in Carbon County.
Yeah.
And the Molly McGuires were coal miners from Ireland that were trying to unionize.
Mm-hmm.
And with the strike breakers and everything, some people died, and they were going to hang a guy. And he said he was innocent, and he was going to prove it. And he traced his handprint on the wall or something. And even to this day, that handprint's still on the wall as many times as they've painted over it and pressure washed it and everything. That handprint's still on the wall.
That's crazy.
All right, I got that story.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Shout out to Zozo.
Let's not give a shout out to Zozo. Let's not do that.
Say Gozer?
No,
Gozer
Zozo.
the Gozerian?
Shout
Zozo
out
and-
Zozo, Zaza, bitches.
That's not funny. We're not talking to them. Go ahead, Christy.
It's only real in the movies.
Man, I've done a Ouija board before and nothing happened. And I was a naive child, so I was expecting something to happen.
Me too. When we was kids, we did Ouija boards and stuff, and nothing ever happened.
Yeah. That's funny. Dude, I can't see shit.
All right. This one's called Like Cat's Eyes. One night, a man lay dying in his sickbed. His wife left him with a nurse and went into the next room to take a rest. She sat in the dark, staring out the window into the night. Suddenly, the woman saw bright headlights speeding up the driveway to her house. Oh no, she thought. I don't want visitors, not right now. But it wasn't a car bringing a visitor. It was an old hearse with maybe half a dozen strange little men hanging from the sides. At least, that's what it looked like. The hearse screeched to a stop. The men jumped off and started up to her, their eyes glowing with a soft yellow light, like cat's eyes. She watched with horror as they disappeared into the house. An instant later, they were back, lifting something into the hearse. Then they drove off at high speed, wheels squealing, sending gravel in the driveway flying in all directions. At that very moment, the nurse came into the room, her face pale, as she laid her hand gently on the woman's shoulder and told her that her husband had just died.
Did I miss something?
Basically, it's telling of her watching her husband's spirit getting taken away.
Dude.
Oh.
I feel a little bit icky because today the bus driver joined a funeral procession just casually.
Oh,
Ew.
I feel a little bit icky.
Yeah, right? That's kind of not okay.
And they were just having the bus driver was like having a conversation with like another, I think it was either a passenger or another bus driver that was just like going to the bus depot or whatever, and they were just talking like, yeah, what is that? Like, I don't even know. Like, why do people do that? And I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. Like, my family does that. They would be fucking losing their minds on you right now. Like,
Yeah, right? Because it's
dude,
respectful.
I honestly, man, like, I don't know why the fuck my fucking family is so, like, the funeral, I have the funeral, like, memorized for my fucking, it's so weird. Like, they spend so much money on funerals, and it's always the same, and it's really creepy. Like, I don't know.
Well, my family has had many a funerals. They're never the same. They're always sad. The only thing that's always the same is the fact that taps is always played because someone's always ever been in the military. So the sound of taps being played and the song Ave Maria, I cry every time. That's the only thing.
Oh, taps gets me every time too. Yeah, because
I can tell you a story about a graveyard.
I'm Canadian.
I went to go see my I was with my friend, and she wanted to go see her grandparents because it was their wedding anniversary at the funeral graveyard. So I went with her, and I was like, my grandfather had passed six or 7 months prior, and I was like, they're in the same cemetery. Can we stop by his plot too? And I'm going off of memory because we didn't stop at the office to find out where exactly his plot was. So I'm going off of memory where it was, and I got us to the area, but I couldn't find it because his headstone was supposed to have been put in 2 weeks prior. So, like, I'm searching, and I refuse to walk on... Okay, so I won't walk across where the graves are. Like, I refuse to walk on
normal.
people. So I will walk down the rows on the sides and try to look on either side, and the ones in the middle, I will walk through the middle of them. Like
Yeah.
I will not walk in a square around them because I don't know where the casket is and I don't want to step on anybody dead. So
Yeah, that's just normal, dude.
yeah. So finally, like I'm looking and searching and I can't find him. And so I call my mom and I'm freaking out and I'm like, "You said that they put his gravestone in," and I'm having a panic attack trying to look for him, and she's trying to explain where it is and stuff like that. She explains where it is and I'm like, "Okay," and I hung up and I get there and his grave is completely like, it looks like it's completely dug up.
Yo.
And so like I freaked out, like I was like, "Oh my god, like somebody's like grave robbed my grandfather, like he doesn't have much in his casket to steal." So I call my mom and she calls my dad and my dad calls the graveyard to have them come out and look. And I'm sitting there like crying hysterically because I think my grandfather's being broken into. The guy gets out there and takes like one look and he's like, "It's the ground settling," and walks away. I was like, okay, now I feel like an ass. Like, I was just like, I feel like a complete asshole. Like, I literally thought it was like somebody broke in because there was like holes where like it looks like somebody would have dug to try and get to the casket. You know what I mean? But yeah, they're like, "It's the ground settling. We'll be putting more dirt on it and grass seed." And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like that's what I thought they were You know what? My dad, I don't know what. I actually have not been to the graveyard yet, or the cemetery. I have not been since the funeral. My dad asks me every single time I visit, "Do you want to come with me?" No, I don't want to. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? It's not my thing. I don't need to go. Like, because that's the thing. Like, if I do believe in like a spirit, why am I going to talk to a rotting corpse, right? Like, it, 6 feet below me in the ground. Like, that's just bizarre, right? Like, I don't need to do that, right? I don't know. I just don't get the whole graveyard thing. I just don't get it. But, you know, so yeah, I haven't been. And my dad, like, he was like, he's always like, he's very anal about it, obviously. Because, I mean, he's going to be there eventually, too. I'm surprised that he didn't want to go back to Italy, but I guess it's not really something you can do. Anyway, so he's showing me this picture of like this pile of dirt, and he's just showing it to me. He's not saying anything, so I'm just like, "What do you want? What am I supposed to get off this? Like, it looks like they're just, putting more dirt on top of it. It looks like they haven't put the grass down yet, right?" And he's like, "No, there was grass. They're just literally using it as a dumping area." And I'm just like, "Holy fuck, man!" Like, because like I don't realize how much grave plots are. They're fucking like this funeral probably cost like $50,000, if not more.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Like, holy fuck, man. Like, I mean, what the fuck do you do? Like, my family is not rich. Like, the only way that was paid for is because my grandma had a good fucking job a long time ago, so she still has savings. But it's getting whittled away.
Well, back in the day, you also have to understand, like, back, like, when I remember when I was a kid, there was a guy who came to our door and sold my parents grave plots. They used to go around and actually sell grave plots because they were afraid that they were going to run out of space.
Yeah.
So they had door-to-door salesmen that would sell grave plots to people. And my parents
got his
bought them.
And mine. Right. Mine's been bought already, too, yeah.
Yeah, my parents is already paid completely off, and they also at the time, because it was like a package deal where you could pay for your gravestone, your plot, and then you could also pay for the basic casket and basic necessities, and you just make payments throughout your life, and it's already paid off for them. And because my uncle had passed away so early, they had to actually use one for him. So they're actually, I think, selling the other one, and then they're going to just try and buy something down here. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't want to talk about that, especially with my mom in the hospital. But I know that and I said this to Michael because I know my parent, like, I don't know who will be around when I pass, but I tell him all the time that, like, when I pass, if I pass before him, I want to be cremated. I was like, and I want you to carry me around to every house you go, so that the next floozy you try to bring in the house, and she looks at an urn up on the thing, you go, that's my previous wife. She thinks twice
Yeah.
before she goes into your bedroom. That, or she's going to give him a whole lot of sympathy and be like, oh, you lost a wife? And I'm just his side chick, like his wingman to get him laid again. I don't know.
Dude, did I tell you guys about the crazy bitch who was trying to take my dad for a fucking ride?
Yes, you did.
Oh my fucking god, dude. This whore, like, okay, so this is like the weirdest shit ever right now. My sister is trying to set my dad up with her best friend, who is also named Emily, her mom, who is, I think she's either a teacher or a nurse, but either way, employed. And she's like, I think she's 60, so like, yeah, I don't know, but apparently she's like really normal, and hopefully he won't be with this crazy bitch anymore, because like she won't give it up. She just will not stop. She will not stop. What, I can't even believe that like I'm slightly okay with the other option, but it's just like I don't want this crazy bitch, because my dad will fucking buy her things, you know what I mean? And she don't deserve that. She's a crazy
Right.
bitch. Who fucking shows up?
But my question to you
Yeah.
is: your dad one of those people that just can't be alone? Because isn't this your dad's
Yeah.
like third wife?
Yes.
Like
He
your
can't.
mom was his third wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
they were together for like 30 years. But
Yeah.
it's just like.
Yeah, I know you said they had been together for like ever. It's just like
Yeah.
he just
No,
can't be
it's
alone.
because my sister, like, he can't. He would go insane if he lived by himself. Because he hasn't done it in like forever, and my sister wants to move out eventually, so I mean, it's not like she can afford to do that right now, but like if he would be like alone all the time, like I would think that he would either move back to Italy and hang out, like live below his sister, because he was talking about trying to buy back the house or the lower unit that is underneath his sister. And because his mom used to live down there, but then when she died, his brother sold it, and that's a sore spot for them. They do not speak, and it's been a long time. So he wants to buy that back, but it's just like, how the fuck are you going to afford that shit? Like, you still have I think he still has a mortgage left, but he had two mortgages. Him and my mom had two mortgages or whatever, and then now one of them is gone because that was the version of life insurance that they had, which was fucking genius, because it really worked. It saved my dad a whole lot of fucking stress.
Right.
Yeah, but buy one mortgage, and it also gets me a free vacuum and a free bedding, because my dad's a little extra generous. Can't wait to use that vacuum, man.
Okay, guys.
You have another one?
Oh, no, there was another thing we had talked about doing possibly tonight. Anybody want to play the game where it's the murder mystery?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we could do that. I like that one.
What about you guys in the room? Anybody up for it?
I just watched because I can't see.
Jim said sure. Michael's out.
Aw,
he's got to.
It's because he knows.
He's got to do the drive tomorrow. No, he's got to do the drive tomorrow.
He doesn't want us to beat him.
Yeah, that's it.
No, actually, he's going to make us feel bad and beat us again, like he did the other night.
That's exactly right.
God, these freaking eyes, man.
Yeah, I'll play a round or two, but yeah, we have a long drive tomorrow.
Yeah, so CJ's got to go here pretty soon.
But no, I'll play one round or two.
Yo, Jim needs to get a new iPhone, because I just got a new iPhone, and it's not new, it's actually used. But I'm obsessed with the fingerprint thing, dude. Like, I know if you have a 4S, you don't have the fingerprint thing, because I think the 4S and the 5 were the last ones without it. Holy shit, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I love mine. It's got the fingerprint.
It's the coolest thing. And honestly, I put my old, I'm on my old iPhone now. What's up, motherfuckers? Cut my trees, motherfuckers. What up, Bill? But yeah, like, I'm obsessed with it. I'm on my old iPhone right now just because, like, I'm being, like, really gentle with the other one right now. And I still have to...
Hey, Bill.
Wait,
Sorry.
who's that?
I just realized it's me. I said, hey, Bill.
Oh, you sounded very different.
Sorry. I don't know why.
That's funny. Dude.
Hey, Bill, what's up?
Oh my god. Dude, I feel bad for my one coworker who has to listen to my fucking weird music at work. Like, I just feel bad. Like, how many times, like, did the same thing play over and over and over again? And it's just like, I'm sorry that you have to hear this.
Oh, I wasn't ready for jackbox.
It's so annoying because I yawned and now I can see, but I know it's only going to last for like 5 minutes.
I'm good. I'm ready now. I'm ready now.
Ooh, he's creepy. I don't like him.
Who?
The guy in the box.
Oh. I didn't realize that Angel used my smiley makeup as her picture. I just realized it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the picture of the Angel.
Are you sure you're not the blind one?
I found this picture online.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I believe it was on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah, right? You said you picked one of mine, and I was like, one of mine? They're all pictures of me in makeup. Yeah, that's the one I did as the smiley character. Oh, I don't care. I just dawned on me.
Motherfucker!
There it is. Okay.
Does that say fucking? Oh my god. I'm subscribed to somebody named Joy Curls on YouTube, and I thought that Joy uploaded for a second. I never unsubscribed from her, eh?
Me either. It just, when I went to go to her page, because it said something about up the top, it was just an empty face. I went to it and it said, this person has deleted their channel. If you wish to unsubscribe, hit unsubscribe. And when I did, it won't let me unsubscribe, so.
Oh, well, no, I mean, like, when I, like, was a Joy hater, quote unquote.
Yeah, me either.
I never unsubbed from her. Dude, I want to curl my hair, but I'm so lazy. Like, it takes so long. Dude, that guy at the pawn shop is a really good salesman, honestly. Like, I thought he fucking hated me because he would always give me the stink eye on the bus. But then when I asked him about it, he was just like, no, like, I literally am not, I don't see anything, like, when I'm listening to my music. Like, I'm angry, like, when I listen to my music. And I'm just like, oh. And he's like, trying to sell me a TV and I want to buy one. Like, trying to sell me, like, a 53-inch TV is, like, $800. I'm like, fuck that noise.
So, what is the, code? Oh, shit. We don't got one yet. Never mind. I just pulled up this.
Yo, Shannon, have you ever seen that Vine with the chick who is pretending to smoke, but she's actually, like, it's her inhaler? Have you ever seen that?
I've seen it.
She's got a YouTube channel now.
All right, anybody who's playing.
Y-X-O-Y.
Why so many fucking people have seen her boobs? That's really not good.
Meh?
I think Tamer?
No, she's talking about one of those Twitter people.
Oh God. Why is there so many people that have their boobs out?
Well, you know,
Free the nipple, I guess.
they're trying, just like Base Mama, they're trying to make a buck too.
We're better off that we don't have Michael in this game because it is all about knowing different weird facts.
Pretty funny?
He knows a lot of them.
Oh shit.
Weird trivia, yeah.
Yeah, he's really good at trivia, especially if you're winning pitchers of beer.
You know what's an interesting drama rabbit hole to jump down and just never get involved in, but to just like observe? You know, it's an interesting one. Have you seen the drama? But do you guys know who Takedown Man is? I assume.
Mhm.
Okay, between him and this channel called Shoot the Shit. It's so fucking funny, dude. They're just, oh my god, they're literally like, they're fucking with each other. They're calling the cops on each other, like, constantly, and, like, live streaming it, like, it's really fucking hilarious.
They need to stop calling the cops. The cops have better things to do.
Okay, well, yeah, but, like, there's fucking idiots on the internet. It's just hilarious dumpster fire to fucking watch.
Oh, I'm sure.
We got me, CJ, Jim. Jim, are you triple X tonight? What, dude?
Yeah. We don't have Zozo playing. We need him playing.
Crack me up, Jim.
Should have changed, right?
Somebody needs to be Zozo.
Zozo. Fucking hell.
Is there really only 4 of us playing?
Yeah, I can't see good, man.
Somebody else. I know we've got more people in the room, Shannon.
Put the phone really close to your face,
No,
Emily.
I can't see, man.
Oh, okay.
Not well enough. I can barely read the chat.
Well, that's smaller. The game stuff.
No, I know. It's really, it's not it's not the same kind of blur as if when I don't have my lenses in. It's like I could put the fucking thing right up to my face and I still can't fucking read it. But there'll be like it's completely changes depending on the wetness of my eyes. So, well, right now the right one is like fucked up. So
come on, Link, get in there with us.
Yeah, Link, you never play a game, I don't think. I don't think I've ever seen you in there.
Even you can do it. If you just do it on your phone, there's a website you go to.
Like, I literally cannot read the fucking chat with my right eye right now at all. Even if I put it right up to my face. Or it kind of gives me like a headache to even look at it. It's fucked up. But I can see on the left one.
TV?
Left one is fine. What the fuck? I can't close my right eye, though, without my hand.
That's crazy.
It's stupid.
Like, you can't wink, you mean?
Yeah, I can't wink with my right eye. I can only wink with my left eye.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I can only wink. Actually, I can only wink with my right eye. I can't wink with my left.
Most people I know can only wink with their right eye if they can only do one eye. And I'm just like, why the fuck? My pupils are actually 2 different sizes.
Well, I'm kind of winking with my left right now.
I can't. Oh, I just did it. It's very hard to do. I kind of have to close them both.
You close them both and open the one, yeah.
I can do it without doing that.
That's pretty much how I have to do it. I forgot that I could do that.
You can wink with both eyes?
Yeah. It's called blinking. No, no. Okay. Yeah, I can't.
Oh my god.
Cheater.
You walked right into that, though, CJ. Come on.
I know I
my
fell into
God.
that trap. I
I
guess
can
this is
bleed
it.
both eyes. Does that mean that I'm crazier?
All right, I guess if nobody else is coming, we're ready to do this thing, right?
Yep, I guess so.
Here we go.
What the fuck?
Someone's dying tonight.
Yep, me.
Bitches?
Someone's gonna have to cut their own finger off to survive.
Wake up!
Dun dun dun!
Oh God, the fucking music on this game,
Trivia
dude.
night, a dark, dark reckoning.
It hurts my
With
ears.
also an affordable vacation for the whole family, if your family likes being murdered. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini games. If you do badly in the mini game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, those can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. Oh, and anyone watching the game can join the audience. Well, let your friends log all the pain. With enough of me jawing on, let's get to the game. Okay, now, first question. What color smoke indicates there's a new pope?
What the fuck?
Use your device to answer
What
the
does that
question.
mean?
When
Green?
they
Green. I don't know.
when they initiate a new pope, the Vatican will
I'm Catholic and
burn
I've been to
something.
the Vatican. How the fuck do I not know?
Prepare for your punishment.
Pope Francis is a bomb ass bitch, though.
Welcome to the killing floor. We're going to play chalices. I've given all the safe players a bit of poison to use. Pick a chalice to drop your poison in. And it's your turn now. Pick a chalice to drink from. I like saying the word chalice. Makes me feel like someone who wears silk underwear. Ooh. Yummy, yummy.
Commentary makes me laugh.
What everyone drink. Boom goes the poison. Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Really gotta work on that catchphrase.
The fuckers poisoned me.
Night, night, Angel.
You're dead. But trivia's
It wasn't me.
Angel is now a real angel.
About to get eaten.
I'm a
If
ghost.
you picked 3, it's me.
They just knocked me off.
I'm pick number 1.
Everyone's thinking so far. It's real early though, still.
Fuck. Okay, this shirt smells like a mix of laundry and spices, but I don't even have any spices.
Sorry. I was just thinking about how hilarious those minions are from Despicable Me. You know those lovable little scamps, right?
I fucking hate minions.
What's the name of the one-eyed minion character?
Oh, God.
Dickwad.
I have no fucking idea.
I answered the
so
wrong
much.
name.
I'm sure I did.
hate minions.
I think it's Kevin.
Oh,
Whoa!
I got it right.
Oh, I thought it was Kevin.
Fuck
But I
minions.
Bob, so it's completely wrong.
I'm happy I don't know that because fuck minions.
Why do you hate them so much?
I just think that they're the most irritating thing on the planet.
It's drawing time.
And the obsession with them makes it 10 times worse.
Socialism. Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished.
I would be drawing a big fucking tumor because that's the closest thing I can get to cancer. Ooh, the heartbeat.
My picture's for you, Em. He's a good scene.
What gets the most? Eat the most.
Okay, I'm supposed to pick the worst?
Least favorite.
Is that a dick?
No. It's the middle finger, like fuck socialism.
Oh.
For you. with black nail polish. Make it
Okay.
more goth.
Oh, fuck.
Did you draw this ugly thing?
I did draw this ugly dick.
Oh, no.
Your crappy
Got
drawing
murdered.
right with you.
You got me dead, Emily.
Sorry.
This isn't a fever dream.
Welcome to Ghostland.
Alright, next question. I know I'm supposed to wear a big floppy hat for the Kentucky Derby, but I'm wondering, what is the alcohol in a mint julep?
I don't know. Kahlua?
I think I have it wrong again.
Who picked this one? Everyone is
I'm
wrong.
wrong, but I'm already dead, so I'm okay.
I guess that proves we're not alcoholics in here.
Ah, what the fuck is
I
that
knew it was
picture?
bourbon, because that's what Kentucky's known for. I should have freaking put
The
that.
American corn whiskey from the Bourbon River.
But I don't know why I picked gin. I don't know why I picked gin. I'm so
Alright,
mad.
let's find my toys. Speaking of memories, I can never remember the difference between an alpaca and a llama. Llamas are smaller and have shorter ears, right? Oh wait, I think I just got that backwards. Or did I? I honestly don't know. See what I mean? Alright, let's see how you'll do. From left to right, what were the order of the colors? Last place will feel the pattern of my knife.
When you memorize the opposite thing of what they're asking.
Mm-hmm.
Hammer, dagger, gun, hammer, dagger.
And then they ask you about the colors.
Yeah. I'm not even playing, but like, because I still don't
But
even
you
understand
should be.
this one. This one, 100%, man.
Only one player left, but it's too early to go to the final round. You need to survive a little longer if you want a chance to escape. If you can survive the next 2 questions, I'll power up the final round and open the escape door. Alright, next question. About how big is Mars?
Look!
Same as Earth, bruh.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna die here.
And the correct answer is this.
Yep.
Oh. That's not really accurate.
What if it's still alive?
It's not really the same, and it's not really half. It's like 3/4.
Are you arguing with the game?
It's been wrong a few times, bro.
Before time runs out. If you can't get at least 15 right,
You always get this.
time to get your math on. Wow, this is just like watching The Beautiful Mind. Get a few more questions in you, egghead.
Oh, shit.
This was inevitable.
Terrible tragedy.
We didn't even have to do the ending because none of us survived.
You.
We all died.
We all died.
That's really
But I
funny.
won because I had the highest score. Are you gonna actually play this time, Emily?
I still can't see, man.
You were answering all the questions just fine.
I feel like we've done this
Yeah, but
before.
because there was no end bit.
I just didn't dream that.
That
Want
would
to
fuck
play
me
because I
up.
still need to restart it?
Yeah, that's fine. Unless there's somebody in the chat that wants to play, but
Well, I'll see if we have an end bit, and if I can read the end bit, then I'll play.
What is used for
okay.
those coexist bumper stickers?
Yin and yang, probably. Or peace signs. Probably yin and yang. I don't know, peace signs. Keep changing my fucking mind.
So do I, and I'm playing, and I can't after I hit send, so.
You got it right. The rest of you, let's go someplace fun.
The killing floor.
Welcome to the killing floor. Good luck! There's a big pile of cash in here. Here's how this is going to work. If no one takes the money, no one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't. There's one catch. If you all take the money, then you all die. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, who did what? Nobody took the money? Aw, that's no fun. Everybody gets to live.
I didn't think that CJ would take it.
These will change over time, probably.
We're alive!
Woohoo! We're doing a little bit better.
Let's try another one. Just to make sure I cut out the right part, which lobe of the brain is located in the back?
The frontal? No, I'm just kidding. Fucking occipital. I think.
Who said? This one?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, buddy.
I am screwed!
You're in for a
They
treat.
probably should have said bottom back, because there's
Don't give
technically
me math
two
again,
backs.
motherfucker.
There's a top back and a bottom back.
You seem to always get math, Christy.
It's time for a dice game.
Okay.
Nine. Now I need a little help from a safe player. You'll do. In order to live, should they roll higher or lower? You can make it as hard or as easy as you want. I'm curious how this will
Jim, you are not nice.
I mean, it's pretty close to the middle.
It's a butt!
Right? Oh my
Damn.
god.
Reese, Jim.
that roll.
Oh, you killed Christy!
Why does it say Celeste Jr.?
Here's how all the scores are looking.
They all
No,
say
we're
Junior on the end.
That's weird.
When I had my actual name on there, they were telling me to change it and not have my real
Which
name
of
on
these
it.
letters does not
Oh no, in the game it has Junior next to everybody's name.
Oh,
Oh,
where are we
because-
playing?
It's the second round.
Mhm.
M. M.
And the correct answer is this one. Everyone is wrong. I have a
I thought bitch was one of them.
So did I.
Motherfucker was too, so that's why I don't know how.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
about
cunt.
it.
And
I was-
pussy.
someone else. You can defend yourself, or you can grab some money.
But I guess bitch wasn't one.
You'll punish someone, so make
Maybe
sure.
you can say bitch. I think you can because a female dog.
Make your choices, but remember, cheaters never win. I am tingling all over. Swing and a miss. If you attack someone, you best not miss. Your failure must be punished.
Them big fucking chickens wouldn't defend it only. They should have attacked.
Explanation of my tiebreaker rules over on my website. Well, unless it's been hacked again. Thanks a lot, Anonymous.
I'm gonna go to that fucking website
Your
right
real
now.
name. Like, it really just makes you feel so helpless when that happens. But, you know, what are you gonna do? There are just bad people in this world. Is this a weird time to mention I'm allergic to wool? Well, it's true. I just wanted to get that out there. And I feel braver for telling you.
Yada, yada, yada. Yep.
How about this? I just got my result back from one of those genealogy sites. And hey, what a small world. I once tortured my great uncle. Isn't life funny? What was James Brown's relationship to soul music?
Is the Godfather a soul?
Oh shit! I think I got that wrong.
I got soul and I'm super bad. He's the
Yeah,
Godfather,
buddy.
yeah.
Okay, there's a guy in my city who his name is James
I
Brown,
said
and I
father.
think
It's Godfather.
he's either a car salesman or a realtor. And he's like on the radio, he's like, I'm not the real James Brown, but I'll make you feel good about selling your home or whatever. So fucking cheesy.
I think I'm wrong with my answer.
Everybody should get this one.
Your ear.
Yeah, I was right.
Which means only you.
Man, I remember more than I think.
Yeah, so do I. I'm like, it's not the most obvious answer.
I want to see you spell. Use letters to spell the longest word you can before time runs out. I knew these magazine clippings would come in handy eventually. Oh, and all these other players get to play along too. And if any of them spell a longer word than you, you will be punished. Word time, go! By the way, the letters don't have to be touchy. And don't forget to press submit when you're done.
My word that I have is 7 letters. No, 8 letters.
Let's see if anyone beat you. Uh-oh, someone did better than you.
Did you really, Car?
Did you want to die?
You against each other, but wow.
I put rampages. Or I didn't put it.
Hang in there,
Only
CJ.
one of you is still alive.
Right?
What that means.
Math time.
Congrats on making it here alive. Now let's see if you can escape with your body. I'm going to give you a
Oh
category.
yeah, we get to play this one.
Mushrooms. Tap on each answer that fits, then press submit. Let's see the
Oh,
right
come on now.
answer. You move forward one space for every correct answer.
Who's gonna get that wrong?
You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If the ghosts
That's
get
just an
after you, they
example.
will steal your body. Then they can escape with the game. Here's everyone's next question. If ghosts get a third choice, I'll catch up to you. No fair! Here's another one. Rogers and Hammerstein musicals. shadows. Tom Riddle's Horcruxes.
The fuck? The fuck does that mean?
Mm. Oh, isn't it is it from Harry Potter? No?
I don't know. Yeah, Tom Riddle's from Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
it is. Yeah, it is Harry Potter.
This is the part that I don't get.
You're supposed to pick what goes with that category. And as the dark comes, you...
Yeah, but what they cross them all out? Like sometimes
If you
the bottom one is the only one. Like
yeah, the bottom you have to guess the amount right, and then that's the amount of spots you move. So that one, if we hadn't clicked any, then we would have won.
That ghost is gonna get you.
But no, somebody.
why
put
was the
them-
bottom one not scratched out?
British Prime Ministers.
That doesn't
Because
make
it's
sense.
because it's a right answer.
Why does the alive person get less choices than the dead people?
Because they're giving the dead people a chance to catch up.
Yeah, that's kind of fucks with me. I don't know.
I'm gonna die now. Bye, guys.
Fine. What a crazy game, am I right? Now can you play with me forever? Las Vegas casinos. So much blood! Famous words.
Aww. I know the answer. Answers. Multiple.
Yeah. Ain't it all of them?
I'm
Catching
barely
up
winning.
to you.
I know, right? I gotta hurry up.
New York City neighborhoods.
This isn't fair.
Somebody's got an advantage.
I'm going to have to punish my writers.
Wait, how did you miss one of those, Jim?
Another run swap.
Oh!
States that border Tennessee.
I suck at geography.
Indiana.
It's the only one I
know,
picked.
fuck all.
Founding UN members.
Whoa.
A bunch of smart people.
Boom! I pulled ahead. Hey!
So much blood.
That's fucked up. I thought I pulled ahead. But I didn't look at Angel. Dang it.
Oh, shit.
Freaking move.
Dang it. Angel won.
That was close, guys.
That was. I tried to hang on to my... Yeah, I tried to hang on to my lead.
I win!
All right. Are you wanting in, Emily?
Just play one round with us.
Yeah, I'll play one round. Yeah, hold on. I gotta pull that shit up though on my fucking thing.
Okay.
I gotta get out of the chat. Oh fuck! Oh my god, my back is cracked. Dude, oh my god. Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, fuck off. I hate when this stupid thing. I always have to, like, open up fucking. I forget every single time. Open up fucking Chrome. Because it won't let me
Took
search.
it from me, CJ.
Oh, what the hell is this? President Donald Trump. What the fuck is this? Okay. Jackbox. Oh my god, this freaking phone is so slow.
Oh, gee, Jim.
Is that a pimple or a bug bite? Big. Whatever it is. On the back. Feels swollen.
Ooh, that's kind of weird how we were talking about urns earlier and now this urn in our coat.
Yeah, right?
Fucking weird. Alright. Ooh, sit back and relax, motherfuckers.
So are we all in? Looks like it. There's 5 of us
Can I
now.
help you? Why are you poking me?
Hi, Daisy. Last chance for the room.
Come on,
Everybody
people.
join, bitches.
Have some fun.
Join.
Die with us tonight.
Come die. I feel like you always get to be the octopus, Celeste.
I know, right?
Octopuses are fucking amazing.
They are amazing creatures. If I could own one, I would.
Yeah. They're like,
Actually, if you have a saltwater tank, you can, but it can't be a very big one.
Yeah, right? Alright, well, I'm
getting
gonna
a
start it
giant
since we haven't gotten
octopus,
anybody
and
else.
you're not saying shit all about it, Christy, okay?
Do what?
I'm getting a giant octopus, and you're not saying shit all about it.
I'm just a sack. Why am I a sack? Can I skip the opening productions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We know the rules.
Wake up.
No, I don't want to wake up.
Trivia night. Voted most painful quiz show 7 straight years. And well, I guess I'll just shut up then. Yeah, just my body. You're so important again.
Told me to skip it.
Jerk. Okay, first question. Which of these vicious beasts is not a canine?
Are you a vicious beast?
Oh. Michael's distracting me by showing me puppies. He's so cute.
And the correct answer is...
So cute.
Who got it right?
Dang it, not me.
The rest of you, prepare for your punishment.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the killing floor.
I guess that's what they mean when they say the dingo ate my baby, huh?
I'm going to ask you a question. Your life depends on how you answer.
All right.
What's the best song to sing at karaoke? Type an answer on your device and press send when you're finished.
Fuck.
That's not a song.
Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the answer that you hate the most. The person who wrote the answer with the most votes will die. Pick the answer that makes you go, no, sir. No, I will have none of that. The votes are in.
Fuck, I didn't know you could vote more than once.
This should have been banned.
Oh, damn.
We both died.
Oh, it killed both of us. I said YMCA, Jim.
2 for 1.
I said I like big bustin' again that.
Next
It's
question.
always a good one to start the party.
Hopefully
My
nobody-
anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Exactly.
This podcast is titled WTF.
Anacondas are really cute. I don't know.
I'm guessing on this one.
I think I might be right, but I'm not sure.
I
have no idea.
think it's number 3, but I
No,
I
I'm
was
wrong.
right, but
Oh,
I didn't
I
put
got it
that.
right. I
I
did
don't
have
know who
it
that
right,
is.
I guess.
Do this every time.
I'm dead already.
Welcome back to the killing floor. Let's play the figure cutting game. I think you'll get the point soon enough.
Oh, I hate this fucking one.
Just
Me
kidding.
too.
Cut off your own finger.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it.
Me either.
Cutting.
Well, your finger blocks some of the answers that you could pick.
See, that wasn't so
Yeah.
bad, was it? I mean, you have to live with the consequences, but still.
I still don't get it.
Let's take another moment to appreciate this cool scoreboard, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's sucking.
I feel like that's just like a
There's
giver.
a potato sack.
It produces copious.
Oh my god. If anybody gets this wrong, I'm gonna be angry.
Oh, now I get it. We don't get to answer. We don't get number 3. We don't get to pick number 3
I think
ever.
I just got it wrong.
Oh, you don't get to pick number 3 if you cut your finger off.
Yeah.
Or your third finger, okay.
I don't eat Kobe beef. Isn't that the expensive shit?
Calluses.
Yeah. I don't eat beef, period, so why would I get it right?
Oh my god, I don't eat beef either, but fucking... Or, I mean, sometimes I do.
Oh God, what happens if I get Jim's chalice?
Okie dokie, it's your turn to play. Pick a challenge to drink from. Here's a game. Only one of these is the cup of a carpenter. His name was Pepin, and he had a really weird taste. Hope it tasted good. Now let's see what everyone drank.
Uh-oh.
This is
Oops.
going to hurt more than it hurts you.
How am I still alive?
Surgeon General's
I'm
warning.
like a cockroach. I don't die. Why does that have a big head once it dies?
It has hydrocephalus.
Please do not talk about that, Michael.
Oh, gee, Jim
And
is kicking
talking
in.
about hydrocephalus or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
He
creepy.
he likes to call it waterheads. He's not very nice.
Oh my god. I think I get this wrong. Fucking 3 of those just sound so wrong, and I think...
This one.
Damn it!
Everyone is wrong.
I didn't get to pick 3, so it didn't matter.
Oh yeah.
I cut my finger off.
Well, at least we know why that's a thing now.
Get your finger ready. Your favorite thing to eat.
Well, they only have 3 fingers, so.
Draw this thing as best as you can and press send when you're finished.
I
Just
got
draw
that
a horn.
before. Jelly. I'm jelly.
I needed both hands. I'm scratching his back. he stopped and he's like, I didn't say stop.
That's fine. Oh my god.
Now everyone gets to vote. I want you to pick the worst drawing. Seriously, vote for the drawing that sucks. The votes are in. This is why self-expression is overrated.
What is it?
I don't know. Mashed potatoes?
Pizza,
Mashed
maybe?
potatoes.
It's a pizza, ain't it?
Go into that drawing, which is why it had
Pizza?
only one player on the line. That's how I like it. The look is still alive. Now you just have to escape with your body.
It's the potato sack.
I'm going to give you a
Let's kill CJ. I mean, what? Hi.
Plus 31 days.
30 days have September.
Then press submit.
Why can't I pick the answer? Oh, right. Fucking.
Oh, I was wrong. I said it out loud too, and I still got it wrong.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
You're close to the exit.
I burped. I'm sorry.
Yo, CJ, did you seriously say that same poem? Because I said the same thing in my brain.
Yeah. 30 days has September, April, June, and November, and I still clicked November like a doofus.
Yeah, because we both thought the fucking same thing. We got it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Thought the opposite. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't have an Instagram.
Were they all?
Yeah.
Oh,
European rivers.
God. It just says thanks with a period. You're welcome, bitch. Fuck.
Are you afraid of another? You should be. Close up of you.
Wait.
Night, Link.
Fuck. Damn
Good
it.
night, Link. I can't see the room, but good night.
Yeah. Good night, Lane.
Good
Grab
night. I
that
can't
potato
see
sack. Throw it behind you.
No.
Oh my god.
What is a quahog?
What is a quahog?
Are you guys serious? Quahog is where Family Guy is.
Yeah, but
I don't watch Family Guy.
Oh,
I know that, but
neither
like,
do I.
I didn't know it was a shellfish.
What the fuck?
I didn't know it was either, damn.
Oh my god.
It is? Yeah, Michael just said it's a shellfish. Quahog.
Still have clam, yeah.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
clam.
Oh my fucking god. I'm guessing as fuck right now. I don't know.
Me too.
Shit.
Now escape before the others catch you.
Am I at the bottom?
You just died.
Yeah, I just died. Fuck. All of them. Damn it.
No cheating.
I get it. You did well. And never mind.
Boom.
Throw your body back.
I got my body back. Exactly.
Here, cartoon characters.
Oh my god. I know this one too. Oh my god.
So did I. Thank God.
So
What the fuck? Oh.
Dang it.
Gold Clubs and Harmony members.
Oh my god. I think I only know one. That's right.
Hurry up. Sharks.
If I wasn't. Oh. I know two of them.
Bye.
I'm always so close.
Yeah, that's the second one in a row you were like right there. Almost.
Exactly. Every time.
Okay, yeah, now I like this game.
Way to go, Jim.
Yes, good job, Jim.
Good game, Jim. Good game.
Are we sequeling it?
Do you guys want to go one more? Or?
Sure.
I'll play one more.
Okay,
Yeah.
one more.
You good to go for another one? I guess he is.
Yep. He has to be.
You want some more, huh?
Good job, motherfucker.
Well,
The hiccup
Fuck, I got
helps.
the hiccups, man.
all right.
The hiccup at the end definitely helps.
What movie includes the famous line, Wolfman's got nards?
Oh my god, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm guessing.
The answer is,
Oh my god, I was right.
I guessed wrong. I'm the only one that gets wrong, so I'm dying definitely.
let's go someplace fun.
So,
I don't want to go.
Kill you.
I don't want to die.
We had that question the other night, guys.
Really?
This is a mess.
oh, did we?
I'm going to need
It was like a couple, like last time we
Oh,
played them.
fuck.
Yeah.
for this art. Memorize the pattern of blood.
Excuse me? No. This is way too complicated.
Alright, that's enough time. It's been like 30 seconds since the last time I checked. Let's see what's happening on Instagram. Darn it! My pic from a day ago is still at 10 likes. It has to get to at least 11 or it looks terrible.
I need some.
I am literally dying. That's it. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to like my own post. I just have to.
Oh my god, hurry up. This is so hard to remember.
Research the pattern
Oh,
under
fuck off.
all the spaces that were red. Then press submit when you're
Oh,
done.
fuck me in the
If I'm
face.
better than you, I will be testing.
Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I thought they were gonna give us a choice of ones, like 4
Yeah, no,
different
you have to
ones.
memorize it. It's hard.
Holy fuck, dude.
Stop second guessing. Here's that art again. Let's see if you messed it up.
I did.
Let's see if your answers hold up. I'm noticing a pattern of defeat.
91. Is that me?
Screw you, Angel.
Damn it,
No,
91.
it's Angel.
I didn't
I
know how.
remember the block at the top and the
So
block
did
at
I.
the bottom. And then I remember
Yeah.
the line all the way around the edges, and then I just guessed on the rest.
That's why I thought it was mine, because it looked so much like mine. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's just as important.
Okay, does anybody see my score right now?
666.
Right?
So I think
666.
is historically correct. I'm wondering, where was the Titanic heading before it sank?
Oh God.
I know. I think.
I know where it was going. I saw the movie.
Oh no, never mind. Yep. Damn it. I had it backwards.
Don't worry, I had it backwards too.
I have a surprise for you.
Where was it coming from? London?
Yeah.
Back to the killing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Grease up your spinning arm. It's loser wheel time.
What?
Oh, we haven't had that
I'm
before.
sorry, is the wheel scaring you with its roundness?
What the fuck?
Spin.
Looks a little
Oh
unfair.
my god.
Spin, spin, spin. How in the what? How did you do that?
Holy fuck.
You should try to get on Wheel of
Let's
Fortune.
see how the scores look now.
That was pretty good.
Hmm.
Am I winning?
Next question.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Oh, fucking. Which one am I? What color?
The tallest and most romantic waterfall is on what
You
continent?
are red.
Okay. Oh my fucking god. I don't know.
This.
Oh yeah.
Was I right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was the
Oh
only
my
one wrong.
god.
I picked South America because I figured there's a lot of waterfalls and stuff like that.
Apparently, I want to lose this game with 666.
Teachers are eating, praying, and loving, and eat, pray, love.
What? Oh my god, I don't know. Fucking hell.
I never read the book, never saw the movie.
Yeah.
And the correct answer is this.
Damn it!
Dang it.
I was going to
I
pick
was
that. I
gonna
thought
pick
India
that
might
one.
be one.
I knew Italy, and I picked the other
I
one
thought
with Italy in it.
France would
I
be
never
more
watched it or
likely.
read the book, so.
Look at that.
Fuck.
Look funny on the floor. Wow, yeah. I guess it
Stab you all.
is
Oh fuck, I hate this.
one.
So many of us.
The most funny or the least funny, and you'll be sorry.
Take it
Oh
all.
fuck.
Grab away.
Um.
Let's see just how greedy you little monsters are. It's punishment
Fuck!
for the most and least.
It
It used to be only slightly greedy.
that ugly one-eyed freaking octopus cheated us.
Fuck! I thought I would be right in the middle.
I picked one because I figured you guys would go higher. I almost picked 0.
I said sweet out loud. Now teens know that I'm not cool.
You're very
I
close
think
to winning,
you
though.
killed
25
yourself
then.
there.
Alright, next question. Ooh, maybe we'll play this game later. It's a great team building exercise. Who can switch role cards with another player while eyes are closed in the game One Night Ultimate Werewolf?
Excuse me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
Totally
I'm going to be
guessing.
wrong on this. I picked the obvious one, but I think I'm wrong.
Who picked this one?
Nope,
Oh,
I'm
seriously?
right.
Hey,
I guessed.
I did too.
let's try another one.
Yeah.
Did you know you're not allowed to sell blood on eBay? Or bone, or organs. Crazy, right? You are allowed to sell human hair, which is something I guess. I really need to figure out how to better monetize killing people in my basement. Anyway, which color is not in the eBay logo?
Oh my god. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I really don't know. I did guess.
You'd think that that would fucking jump out
I
at you, but
guess
it didn't.
too.
They said purple, I would be like, yeah.
Answering out.
I never go look at eBay or anything.
That music.
I don't even have an eBay account.
Was I right? No.
I was right.
I think I put red.
It didn't take my answer.
It cheated you.
Mhm.
It wanted to kill you.
It's because you killed me and Emily's. That's why. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Memorize the
fuck. Alright.
and done. Okay, we have a little bit of time to fill, so let me read you an excerpt from an interview Gary Sinise gave on the Travis Smiley Show in 2011.
Oh, you cocksuckers!
I have lots of friends who are wonderful actors.
Yeah, they talk in between, so you get so confused.
Okay, now
You don't remember it.
From left to right, what was the order of the weapons?
Oh, son of a bitch. I remember the
If
colors.
anyone is better than you, I will kill you.
I apologize.
I think I got it because that's what I remembered.
Sorry, Christy. I think you're dead.
Yeah, that was an easy
Dead
one.
too, I believe.
This was the
Hammer, hammer, gun, gun, grenade.
But did anyone do just a little better?
Oh, well, you might be okay because I. Oh shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't get 6 of them. There's no way.
It's hammer, 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 gun, grenade, gun,
I
grenade.
did hammer, hammer, grenade.
Mm.
I didn't-
You were probably the one that didn't get.
My problem was that I was remembering colors over weapons.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I had a feeling that it was easy to do both, honestly, for this one.
It's hard to tell which one they're
Oh,
going to.
now we got to catch Jim and bump him
He's
off.
so far ahead of us.
Oh, check Morse's.
Oh my god.
This, then press submit.
Chuck Norris?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah, he's a
guessing.
karate fighting guy. You guys
I don't
remember
know who Chuck Norris is.
Did I seriously get that right?
Yes,
Holy fuck.
but so did Jim.
Yeah, we all did.
Wrong.
Girl
Dang.
Scout cookies.
Birthday
I know.
frosting is so yummy.
I only like the Thin Mints. Oh fuck.
Thanks a lot are my favorite.
Wait, birthday frosting isn't one?
No, I was just saying in general it's yummy.
Fuck. I have no clue.
I'm guessing.
Oh,
I guessed wrong.
Yeah.
wow.
Oh my god. Oh fuck.
The Daily Show?
None of them, I think. I don't know. Ugh. I'm guessing as fuck right now. Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Apparently
All
all
of
of them. Retarded. Oh my god.
The hell? None of them. Oh,
Shit!
Oh!
Godzilla opponents.
Come on. I think I've never even I have no idea, but I hope I get that right.
That was kind of a
Yeah.
gimme.
How is he
Okay,
so
okay.
far ahead? We need to catch up to him.
Goosebumps books.
Goosebumps.
Attack of the Mutant? What the fuck?
Oh wow, they all were.
Just a few more steps.
Oh shit.
Who's gonna die first, you or me, Ann? Probably me.
I don't know. Oh my god. Wait.
Oh, I'm just one behind him. I had Coke.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
god. That's really funny.
oh,
Yeah.
I had a Coke Zero can next to me.
I love that Angel one. Because she loves Coke so much.
Who died?
Damn, Angel, at the last second.
I didn't click any of them. None of them was right.
You robbed
No,
him.
you won.
I put them all.
Oh,
Robbed him, man.
I
You
won,
did.
bitches.
All right, I have to go to bed. So I am.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
survive.
dropping
Is
out.
awake and thinks that I'm supposed to go to bed too.
Fuck. Shit.
Well, it was a good game, guys.
Yeah, that was fun. The
Yeah,
stories
it
and
was
stuff were fun too. I'm glad we did this.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
it
It
was
was a
fun.
good night.
Yes,
What
it was
the
a very
heck?
fun night.
Ay,
Oh, look what I've been doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When's it
You've
gonna
been
be
play-
up? That's what we want to know.
Were you playing with it? Did you change
I
it?
was tweaking it a little bit because I didn't like the way the guy's thing was.
Okay.
And I needed to move some of this around and all. Well,
Okay.
it was just because I need to be able to do more with it.
Right.
And I mean, here's a kind of a sneak peek of the photos. I'm still working with them though because I got to clean these up a lot. I can't just
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you got good pictures there.
I got she's not for
Kitty.
Kitty.
Daisy said she'll give you $5 for the cat.
No, Kitty's not for sale. That mama's baby girl.
If Daisy had more of a savings, she would probably pay more for that cat. She has so much fun with cats.
For the cat.
There's one of the
I am,
Daisy said it's all right. She's got enough cats outside.
okay.
She
But
said
I'm
someday
going
she'll catch them,
to sleep.
but not
good night.
too soon. Okay, night Shannon, night Jim, night Link. Or do we
Night,
have
night.
anybody left?
Good night, guys. This was the
Night,
original, or kind of
We
what.
will catch you guys Sunday night.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll stream tomorrow night.
Oh my goodness.
Night all.
Night.